Splatoon is a fresh take on the shooter genre, and they want to make it known. Nintendo's first major step into the console shooter world was a huge leap in terms of design, visuals, and gameplay. It truly sets itself apart from the throngs of military shooters on the market with its stylized artwork, avant-garde music, and extreme abundance of humor and charm. Splatoon is a third-person shooter where the goal is to cover the ground in ink instead of simply killing your opponents. You can swim through your own ink, but get stuck in and take damage from your enemy's ink, so covering the ground is both necessary to win and provides a tactical advantage. It places an extreme emphasis on mobility and makes the game incredibly fast-paced and exciting. You'll rarely find campers online, and when you do, you can rest easy knowing they're barely helping their team. The game controls incredibly well, and every movement feels fluid and natural. The motion-controlled aiming may not be for everyone, but I personally found it very welcoming and allowed for more subtle and precise movements that a thumbstick has trouble replicating. But if you're the type of person who can't stand it at all, it can be turned off in the options menu. There are multiple different weapon types with various weapon sets in each, and all of them feel good to play. As well as clothing you can purchase to both customize your Inkling and give them small stat or ability boosts. Not to mention the excellent single-player campaign, which pits you against the Octarian army. In this, you traverse linear levels battling octopus enemies in order to reach the Zapfish at the end. This mode features some fantastic bosses and incredibly fun levels. New elements are constantly thrown at you, like the sponges, helicopter pads, ink lines, rotating platforms, and ink showers. This is also my biggest complaint about Splatoon, because none of these show up in multiplayer. I think it could lend itself to some incredibly unique maps where bottomless pits have to be traversed by inflating the sponges while the enemy team can shrink it and drop you into the abyss, or large rotating platforms where you get more points by covering both sides, or can hide on the underside to confuse and ambush other players. Luckily, more maps are in the works, and I hope that these features are considered. Because of that, I feel I should mention that the multiplayer aspect of Splatoon is very bare bones at the moment, only offering 5 maps and 1 game mode. This is going to be offset by more maps and modes gradually being introduced as free DLC in the coming months. Some may see this as an attempt to launch an unfinished game early, while others will see it as a technique to maintain hype and longevity. That's up to you to decide. It also has possibly the best amiibo support so far. At least, that's what I would say if I found the amiibos. Overall, Splatoon is an excellent entry into the arena shooter genre, which is fun simply because of how new it is. It may not be very competitively viable, but if you're looking to scratch an itch for a fun and charming new shooter that hasn't been scratched since TF2, then Splatoon is the way to go. And you don't even have to pay for online. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. If you like that, hit the like button, and if you want more, be sure to subscribe, as I'll be putting out more serious reviews for new games and silly reviews for old. If you want something right now, go ahead and click that link to watch my comedy review on Pitfall: The Lost Expedition, and I'll be putting out a top 10 Wii games list very soon.